Fly on the Wall, Season 1, Episode 4. Dan, great to see you again this week,
Tim,
my friend.
Straight off the bat, we have to acknowledge what happened last week. There was a technical glitch, wasn't there?
There certainly was.
We were without video, and we tried to mask our footsteps and our tracks, and I admittedly put up a YouTube version and just put up a still image, and it
with
didn't
just
go
the
down
audio running.
Yeah. So I wanted,
Boring.
I wanted to, give back to our listeners.
Mm.
I don't think it was appreciated because you had some feedback.
We do always go over feedback at the start, Dan, and overwhelming feedback about that.
Yeah.
Just where was it? Where was the
Where
video?
was it really?
Yeah.
That's and it was fitting because in last week's episode we put out a cry for help, didn't we?
We did.
We said
Yeah.
we wanted a camera guy or girl to come along and be part of this.
And no one willingly.
We actually had someone volunteer.
Well, I'm not sure about. I wouldn't use the word volunteer. I think
We've got someone.
We have.
And they wanted to be here. My sister.
It's his sister.
You wanted to be here, yeah?
She's shaking her head,
Okay.
sort of. Camera girl Caitlin.
She came and knocked on the bedroom door and said, "Hey, I can do that."
I know she didn't. She told me she didn't.
Okay.
But Caitlin, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. So hopefully at this point, as far as we can tell, there will be video this week.
Yeah.
Unless Caitlin stuffs it up, but hopefully not.
Yeah.
Should be good.
Dan, I went to the Australian Open. The tennis is in town.
We spoke about this.
We did. So I'm going to give you an update on that. I'm not happy, basically, with
Cool.
Tennis Australia and the whole world of
I
tennis.
wouldn't have it any other way. That's exactly how I wanted you to feel after your experience.
What have you got for me?
I've actually got a segment I want to debut. Yes,
Segments?
I think we're due for a segment on this show.
All right.
And I've got one, and I think it's very in keeping with the sort of stuff we like to talk about.
Sure.
Cool.
Let's kick it off.
All right, perfect.
Dan, I went shopping on the weekend with Emma. She needed a new, forgive me if I'm saying this wrong, a curling iron for her hair.
Curling iron.
Is that what it's called? Curling iron.
Caitlin? Is that what it's called? Curling iron.
She's nodding. Curling iron.
Yep, curling iron.
Yeah.
Great. Well done.
Hers is busted. Needed a new one. And I said, let's go to Harvey Norman. Those guys have everything.
You've had good experiences at Harvey Norman, haven't you? With
Really
with discounts, bargains,
Fitbit. Got my
cheaper
Fitbit.
than competing stores.
Yeah, they always match. That's what I found out about Harvey Norman. And you can get everything there.
Yeah,
From
you can.
couches to TVs to outdoor settings to washing machines. Did I say
Anything.
that?
Anything. I don't know what you said, but yeah.
So we went there, right? And we found the one that she wanted. It was great. It was a little pricey, right? So I thought...
Well, they're not cheap. I know hair straighteners
yeah.
are pretty expensive. I imagine a curling iron would be along the same tracks. What are we talking?
Ballpark
like 150?
180, around there.
180, okay.
Girls have a lot more expenses than we do.
There's more upkeep.
Discovered. There's a lot more upkeep.
More upkeep, more utensils for the upkeep.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's understandable.
And as men, we appreciate it because they look stunning.
And
when
they
go
look
out.
far better than we do
They really
at all
do.
times.
But I went to go find an attendant to do a little price match because I found a better price on my phone.
Yeah.
From Shaver Shop.
Okay. So you just stood in the middle of the store and went, hang on, give me a second, I'm going to Google and make sure there's no better prices.
Well, I thought that a salesperson would have seen me,
Okay.
seen us lingering and gone, fresh meat.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
gonna...
you can look a certain way in a store, can't you? Which sort of invites
Yeah.
sales assistants. You can look confused,
Yeah.
compare items, looking at things.
Yeah,
Can I
right.
help you?
Yeah,
That's what you're,
exactly.
That's what you're wanting.
But Dan, not just at Harvey Norman, I've noticed just in the retail landscape,
Yeah.
where are all the people? Where are all the human sales assistants? They're all going. You go into Myer department stores. You go into Coles. There's automated checkout. The
There
robots.
is. Yeah,
You got
there's a lot of
lines of
robots.
people who have got too much shopping to go through the self checkout.
Yep.
And there's two people doing the regular checkout. And you go, where are all the people? I don't want to deal with a robot. Where are all the people?
Well, Tim, I mean, the thing is, it's you got to change with the times. You do. It's new technologies coming in. It's making these people redundant because you know what? A lot of bludgers out there.
But Dan, when it comes to Harvey Norman,
Yeah.
I wanted a discount, and a robot will not give me a discount.
Well,
will
no,
it?
you can't go up to a self-serve and sort of show a self-serve your
No,
phone.
you
and say,
can't.
Look at what JB's selling it for.
People have that human touch where they can go, I'm going to give you a good price on that
Yeah.
because
Wow. Because
I'm a
they
human.
can, and they're a human, and they empathise with you.
I have
about
emotions.
Yeah. So you didn't find a human.
Bring the humans back into retail, please.
Did you get the discount? What happened?
Absolutely. Got
Yeah.
like 55% off.
What did you do? Did you go find a manager?
Yeah, I might have.
Did you become the person that was waiting at the service desk?
I might have asked where the duty officer was on the floor. We're the head salesperson.
You got the discounts, all that matters.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Hold on, because it's the moment. It's the moment you've waited for. Everyone's been waiting for, even though I'm the only one that's actually known about it.
You're
until
excited.
right now. This is where we debut our new segment, our first segment for the new show, the new podcast.
I don't actually know what the segment is, though.
No,
So
but
can you fill me in
I'm
on
pretty
it?
confident that you will appreciate it because it's very in keeping with the things we talk about, as I said off the top. Now, Tim, this segment is called Tim and Dan's Rulebook.
Probably needs an opener, which we don't have the resources.
Well, we don't have the resources.
to create, but
I don't have the time. You don't have the time. And
Can we do one off?
so we just want to make one up.
Yeah. It's time for
Tim and Dan's Rulebook.
Dun, 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 dun,
The
dun,
Rulebook
dun,
by
dun,
Tim
dun,
and
dun,
Dan,
dun, dun,
with
dun,
all
dun,
your
dun,
rules.
dun, 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 dun. Cool. I reckon that's
I think that's pretty good.
pretty good. So today you're putting in rule number 1.
Yep.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, so rule 1, and I get it, you probably don't have one because you didn't know about the segment. It didn't give you
No,
any
I
warning.
don't.
But in the future, the idea is we get our rules out here because you and I are very rule heavy in this show.
Always bring in
Everyone
rules.
goes, God, you guys have a lot of rules. So we thought, let's contain the rules. Let's put them into book form.
Rules for life and society.
Yeah, rules for all of you out there. All right.
Yeah.
So my first one, just to break in the new segment, Tim, I think that within as a society, we should probably have copyright of our own stories. Now,
Okay.
that sounds a little bit vague, bit
Okay,
confusing, whatever.
explain.
But what I mean is, so do you ever have a story of your own, and you tell someone, and they go, "God, that's a great story," and they get excited about it, but then you hear that they've been telling the story,
Yes. Oh, yeah.
and you know what?
Mm.
The issue I have with it is that people can do a bad job of your story.
They never tell it quite the same, Dan, because
No.
they didn't go through the experience.
And there's a reason why the first time they heard the story, they loved it so much.
Yeah.
Because the storytelling. The storytelling's
Yes.
king.
The
isn't it?
pauses. The dramatic pauses.
Yes, we all know it.
The
my
smells.
mum's horrible.
The descriptions. The descriptive words. Continue.
Mum's horrible with it, mate. She is, because
Yeah.
she will go, "Oh, you won't believe what happened to Daniel. Did you hear? He was out." And she launches into a story. And then I overhear it and I go, "Oh,
Yeah.
God, she's butchered it." There's nothing quite as painful as seeing people that are hearing your story lose interest. And you know that they shouldn't be.
So because the person has hijacked your story, they're not telling it right,
Absolutely.
they're losing the audience, and
Yep.
you're sitting there going, geez, they'd be captivated if I was telling
if
it.
this was done its justice that it
Right.
deserves, this would be going a lot better. So my rule that I want to lay out right now into the rule book, the first one, christening the book, is from now on, I should be able to walk up to somebody that's telling one of my own stories and say, "Oh, sorry, actually got a copyright on that one.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to have to ask you to stop. Anyone that does want to hear the end of that, more than welcome. Come over, talk to me afterwards.
Okay.
We'll go over it.
Great.
But for now, this has to end. I
Great.
also think we need to address it here because that person shouldn't be seen as a dick.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
Great.
we're not the bad guy for saying it. It's just fact.
I have a question.
Yeah.
For those people out there who are probably sitting there going, well, Dan, I'm not a great storyteller.
Yeah.
And sometimes I experience great things. I just don't know how to tell it very well. Is it possible? Is it allowed to let someone else? Are you allowed to go find a good storyteller and allow them? Can you lease the license to a good story?
Leasing the That's why you're
Just
a
my
thinker.
comment.
You're a thinker. That sort of thing.
There you
That's
go.
brilliant, isn't that? So this is a double rule, a
There's a lot of-
double-edged rule.
Okay.
You can lease out your story. If you're a bad storyteller, it works for you too.
It gives all the power
God,
to the
that's
storyteller.
revolutionary. That
Great rule, number one.
great rule. First rule off the rank.
For-
You'll have one next week for Tim and Dan's the Rule Book,
Dun, 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 dun,
the
dun,
Book
dun.
of Rules. Yeah,
It's good.
cool.
Dan went to the Australian Open. I told you this last week.
Yeah, you did. You're launching.
Yeah.
You said you hope to have stories from it. You've got one.
I had really good seats for Nick Kyrgios,
Yeah.
Australia's bad boy of tennis,
Yeah,
isn't he?
yeah.
And Joe Wilfred Songer.
Songer. Now, I said to you, I'm like, this guy looks like Muhammad Ali. Did he look like dead ringer, right?
He really did.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad we agree.
Really imposing presence on the court.
Yeah, he's
Joe.
good. He's good.
Yeah,
he
good.
seems lovely, though, don't you think?
Yeah, really
Seems
lovely.
yeah.
Really lovely. Family man.
Yeah, of course.
A great match, Dan.
Yep.
Really intense. Went for a good amount of time, too, like 3 hours. And I just thought to myself, these guys are serious athletes.
Well, you're getting your money's worth, too.
Yeah,
Aren't
you
you?
are.
Good seats, 3 hours. You don't want to be there short and sharp.
You really are.
Great.
But I've got some beef.
Okay.
I've got some beef with tennis, just in general.
Set the scene.
Tennis on the big stage, Dan, and
Yep.
when you go watch it in a stadium, obviously different rules apply to the spectators. There's a lot of quiet in the crowd.
Yeah, a lot of hush.
Can't distract the players when they're playing.
So much so the umpire actually says, quiet, please,
That's right.
before each game.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And there is a rule that I just don't feel good about because I had a bad experience with it.
Yep.
I needed to go to the toilet. It was towards the end of the game and I was busting.
Yeah.
But I thought I had enough time. I didn't. Apparently, there's a lockout rule with
You didn't know
tennis.
about the lockout. See, I knew about the lockout. I should have told you about the lockout.
That would have been helpful.
So you wait, because for those that don't know, explain the lockout for them.
Well, during a game, so there are sets, and
Yes,
within
very
a set
confusing.
are games. Within a game, so a service game,
Yep.
you are not allowed to enter the stadium. You have to-
Essentially, whenever they're playing, whenever they're hitting the ball, you
Can't go in.
can't be walking in and out. You need to be seated.
So you're left standing basically outside the stadium, and they've got screens. You were standing in the stairwell waiting to enter, and they go, right, here
Yep.
you go, and they show for you in. I went towards the end of the game, thought that I had enough time, and I actually watched the end of the game, the clincher, the big moment where Nick Kyrgios beat Joe Wilfried Tsonga from
Okay.
outside the ground, and I'm not happy.
Wow.
And I think there needs to be an urgent
Yeah.
review of this because it ruined the game for me.
Okay, now there's a couple ways to come at this, mate. You're with people, right?
Yep.
Are they regular tennis goers? Had they been before?
No, not really. We were all sort of new.
Okay,
to it.
because I was going to say they probably should have been
given a heads up.
like letting you know that, hey, there is a lockout. My other thing is, are you the sort of person that would usually, if you're at the movies, right, and you know that it's the final act coming up, would you usually go to the bathroom then?
No,
or would
I
you
wouldn't.
hold it?
But me being a newcomer to tennis, I sort of looked and I was like, plenty of time left. They've been going for 3 hours. Surely there's
So you
still
thought
more
you were at
left.
a normal sport match
I
where you
thought-
can just come in and out as you want?
Yep. So thanks. It was really great. It was a great experience.
Okay, so
and
how can we combat this? What do you reckon? Signs? Would signs help?
I think they just usher. I get that you can't let a whole bunch of people in at one time because it would take up too much time. But if they were to go, right, quick, we can probably sneak one here.
Okay,
he's
so-
wiping his face with his towel. Quick, we'll get one in.
So you want to trickle. You want to
trickle
trickle
feed.
in and out. Okay.
Trickle feed the patrons back to their seats so they can enjoy the tennis and not watch it
Okay.
from the... I'm really... It,
Yeah,
it
no,
was
so
really
mass
frightening.
exodus between games, during games, trickle effect.
Trickle feed.
In and out, trickle.
I'll be happy with that.
Right, we'll take it to Tennis Australia and
I
we'll
think I will.
see.
I've already got the email drafted.
Well, they might try it for the grand final.
Yeah.
You never know. Worth a shot.
Good.
Now, Tim, I've come across a little story, a little article, and it's made me a little bit. I'm empathizing with a certain age group out there in the world at the moment,
Yeah.
and it's not the senior citizens. Before you kick off, because I'm certainly not empathizing with them.
Well, we got a lot of... I mean, you did have a crack at them a
I
couple
did
of
have a
weeks
crack at
ago,
them.
and we got a lot of negative
Yeah.
inboxes from people
Well-
going, you are ageist, I think the word was, or
Yeah.
something like that.
I disagree. I really do.
Well, Grandma
But-
listened to that and she wasn't happy.
Yeah, well,
Sorry,
you know,
Grandma.
they need to hear it sometimes. But the thing is, this week I'm actually empathising. I'm saying that I feel bad for a certain age group, and Tim, it's the 12 to 15-year-olds. It's that early prepubescent. I'm going to use the word on
formidable years
Formidable
of our
years.
lives.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, your personality starts to
Yeah.
really grow.
It does indeed.
Yeah.
Now, I've got something I wanted to throw at you. So what has happened is a porn star has come out and she's urging parents around the world to start educating their kids a little bit better when it comes to the act of sexual intercourse and
Sex ed.
sex ed.
Okay, great.
Sex ed, essentially, because she's felt that she's getting a lot of tweets and a lot of direct messages from that age group, young boys mostly,
Right.
because young boys are a horny bunch at best. But
So she's getting messages that she's going, this sort of a message shouldn't be coming from a 12-year-old. This
Yes.
is vulgar.
Yes.
But because they're learning
Yes.
about sex ed through watching porn.
Pornography.
They're
obviously.
getting the wrong idea.
Yes, because in porn there is a lot of vulgar activity, isn't
Absolutely.
there? There's a lot of
it's
profanity.
porn.
Well, it is. It's porn.
It's porn.
It's porn.
Yeah.
So we all know what that means. Now, what
Sorry.
what I wanted to say was, you're an old soul, Tim. We've established this. You operate like you're in your 40s almost. Mentally,
Mature.
Mentally, you could probably envision a world in which you've maybe got kids of your own.
Absolutely, sure.
So, being a responsible adult like you are,
Yep.
I wanted to get your take. If you had kids, right, and you knew that they'd maybe been dabbling in porn, you saw the browser history and you went, oh no, this isn't where they should be getting their education. I should probably step in.
We keep running out of Kleenex in the house, and I'm not sure why.
Well, I mean...
I probably didn't need to say that, did I, Dan?
It's very
Go
visual.
on.
But
Sorry.
I think you know where I'm going with this. How would you approach it? All right, you and Emma got your kids one day and you go, we need to step in here.
Sure.
We need to approach it. How do we combat the porn brain?
Well, firstly, I'd contact the school and get an overall sense of what's being done at the school to educate our kids in that department. Dan, if it got out of hand and I sensed that the school wasn't really doing their job,
you would feel the need to step in?
I would feel the need to step in, and I would probably put together some kind of slideshow. I think
slideshow presentation.
A series of pictures, non-pornographic ones, more.
Well, implying the. Would you have like a school teacher? No, well, probably not a school teacher.
You're starting to write a porn script. You realise that, don't you? Dan, I did something a couple of weekends ago that Emma and her family and a couple of our close friends are a little bit disgusted by. Something that I did.
Okay, and where were we? What was this family day out, was it?
We were out and about.
Okay.
We're at Yarra Valley Chocolate Factory.
Out
in the Yarra Valley. Great chocolate.
Yeah, we're sweet tooths.
Oh, my
we
God.
love it. Did you buy any?
They've got, I bought a kilo block.
Kilo.
It's a lot. Kilo's a lot. I sort of held it and was like,
yeah, that'll take you a while.
That's
for sure.
It's a lot of chocolate. Delicious, though.
Yeah.
It was packed, Dan. So many people.
It always is. It's a real tourist hotspot, that.
It is. They just bring busloads in. So people doing like winery tours in the region, they'll come in and they'll visit the Yarra Valley Chocolate Factory.
Fair enough. So it's always busy. Yep.
Always busy. And we thought, we'll order a quick coffee. We've got our chocolate. We'll order a takeaway coffee and we'll hit the road. And it was a bit of a wait. We were getting a bit agitated. So we're like, we need to sit down here. And it was like that. Busy.
So had you ordered for, or you were waiting to order?
We'd
ordered.
ordered.
Waiting to get us. Oh, so you had ordered and you're now on the seat search.
We could see there was heaps of orders. We're like, this is going to be a while. Let's try and find a table.
Yep.
It was like when you're in a busy food court, you're sort of on the hunt.
Yeah.
And we saw two people leave. Bingo, bango, there's a table.
Great, okay.
So we sat down.
Perfect.
And the two people obviously left what they had ordered. Right?
Okay, it's always annoying because you've got to wait for the waitress to come over, clear it off.
So a couple of empty cups of coffee there.
Yep.
And a fondue that they had ordered.
Okay.
This magnificent looking fondue had
big.
Everything. It had like a peanut brittle, strawberries, banana, licorice, everything.
Yeah.
The
Not
works.
a licorice man, but peanut brittle. Ooh.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
It was too much for two people. That was obvious when we sat down. There was a lot left over, right? Now, what I did next shocked Emma, and she still brings it up today.
I'm jumping straight in. You didn't do what I think you did you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
What did you...
You know I like peanut brittle, and you know I love chocolate
You
fondue.
ate the peanut brittle.
I had to try it.
You
It was
dipped
sitting
it in the
front of me.
fondue.
Yeah.
You can't...
Dan.
Mate, the brittle's one thing because it's broken up in little bits. You can pick a bit off. Even then, I probably wouldn't. The other people had their hands everywhere. They're spitting while they talk to each other across the table.
So you sort of share the opinion of everyone else that I've spoken to.
Yeah, frowned upon, right?
Look, I saw the people who were sitting there before us. They looked clean and wholesome and
Oh my God. How did you... What did you not like think before you did it and go, what's everyone going to think of this?
No,
I would have thought you'd seek approval. You know, oh God, it's almost going to waste, isn't it?
It looked completely just like it's just been brought out. So I thought, I'm not going to let that go to waste, Dan. I'm not going to let a good quality peanut brittle.
Grabbed the brittle and dipped the brittle. You dipped it
and the banana. I had to try. Well, once I started on the brittle, I had to try all of it.
What? No, mate, that is so bad.
So you're saying it's not okay to do that?
I'm saying it's absolutely not okay, mate. There's stuff that you can't dip. There's rules. There are rules. Working at the movies, right? I've worked at the movies for a long time. People leave behind food in cinemas. You're cleaning a cinema and you go, oh, there's a fantail, there's a redskin, wrapped items, Tim.
Okay.
So that's a big one because it hasn't been touched. No human interaction with the food.
But Dan, I walked away from the experience. I wasn't sick. It tasted great. I didn't feel funny. It was fine. And you know what? I walked away laughing because everyone else, I got to try the fondue, the awesome fondue at Yarra Valley Chocolate Factory.
Just splash out, buy a fondue for yourself, mate.
No, it was really expensive.
It is usually expensive.
So you would have had a dip.
Well, did they look clean?
Oh yeah, really clean. Button-up shirt.
I don't know. You could. It was just us two, maybe.
They ordered 2 long blacks. What does that tell you about people?
Classy.
Just classy.
Classy people.
Yeah, good.
I still don't think it's right. I still don't. Tim, I'm sitting around the other day with a couple mates, and we all got into a bit of a debate. We're trying to work out how many dates you have to have gone on with a guy or a girl before you then you're obliged to break it off with them face to face. If you're not feeling it,
as opposed to like over text or something like that.
Yes,
okay.
Because that's the thing. It's either you can break it off the what's known as the cowardly way, not face to face, and over text, or the classic fizzle. Let it fizzle out.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Get it, because after, a couple of dates, over text, it's not that bad. It's all like, we didn't really click.
Yeah, and you're in that mutual stage of, we're getting to know each other. Didn't work? Fair enough.
Whereas if you're going for a little bit longer...
Well, that's the thing, Tim. So,
okay.
What we all argued was there are variables. Would you agree?
Oh, there's so many factors.
Yeah. I mean, straight away, you're like, okay, what are the dates?
Yes.
Are they a brekkie and a coffee? Are they low-key dates? Or are we going for 3 dinners?
Have I introduced them to the family? Do they know my friends well?
That's huge. Yeah, that's true.
There's lots of factors.
So, naturally, as people with a female resource will do, you run it past a female because they're more emotionally intelligent than what we are, aren't they?
They absolutely,
are.
Absolutely
they know. They know.
Yeah.
I ran it past Georgia.
Okay.
I said, gee, what's the go? What do you reckon? We're debating this. Give us the heads up. How many dates do you reckon? Georgia came back with 3. She thought after 3 dates... You're probably in the ballpark of needing to do it face to face, and it was to the surprise of most of us. We thought, oh God, 3, okay. Now, when a girl says that, as I've just said, we take what they say as gospel because they're an intelligent bunch. They know, and so from there, my ballpark figure has been 3 dates, 3 to 4, I guess.
Okay, I was way off.
Why? What did you think?
Well, 3 dates. I mean, how much can you know about someone after 3 dates? Enough to care about them enough to go, I need to break up with you in person.
Yeah.
I in my mind, I was thinking like 8 dates.
8?
Like 2 months. So 1 date per week.
Wow.
So 2 months.
Wow, that's a game changer. That's completely different. So
I've shown another side of myself.
Well, you have
accidentally.
Well, explain that. Why do you think that's?
Well, as we were saying before, it's all the factors. Like depending on what type of dates they were. But if it was just sort of like once a week we go out for dinner, or once a week we go to a movie. There's nothing really there.
Yeah, okay, I get it. But I mean, geez, if you had been on 8 dates with a girl and then you broke it off with her, would you not feel bad doing it over text? After 8 dinners, Tim. Say they're dinners.
Maybe a little bit.
Hypothetical. All right, so you've gone on 8 dates.
Yep.
Going on 8 dates, I hate to imply anything, but you would think that maybe some sort of sexual interaction has happened.
Sure.
At that point.
Yep.
Let's jot that down as 2 times, maybe 3.
Okay.
8 dates across 2 months as well. It's a fair time period. Whatever. Give and take. Everyone's different.
Yeah. Careful.
What? Yeah. Very careful. What would you think? Would you not feel bad at that point, turning around going, hey, text.
Yeah, texting.
Just letting you know, probably think we should see other people, or the dreaded fizzle.
Yeah, I'd opt for the... I'd still opt for the text or the phone call because it's your voice.
Yeah, the phone call and you're not there in person. That's not bad.
My first serious girlfriend broke up with me over the phone after like 4 years. So
text or phone call?
What are the rules there? Phone call.
Oh.
What are the rules?
I mean, that says there aren't any rules, doesn't it?
So what did you guys come up with?
Well,
This guy, your mate, obviously
Yeah.
is seeing someone and he just broke up with someone.
Yeah.
And how many dates did they go on?
Well, they'd gone on 4. So, but he'd already done the breaking off prior to the conversation. And the conversation came up because there was a lot of, oh, he's a dick. He's a dick. And he'd caught wind of it. He had done the text. And so he was feeling guilty, and he's like, guys, should I feel bad? So...
No.
Wow.
I'm saying no. You shouldn't have felt bad. That's fine. 4 dates, it's all right.
Tim will give you 2 months, 8 days.
It's still sort of a fling, 4 dates.
Ooh.
Isn't it?
Playboy?
All right. Dan, I'm at a crossroads here. I own a lot of shirts, as do you.
Yeah.
Love wearing a shirt.
Yeah. Especially professionally. Like in your job, it's important to wear a shirt. You look professional.
Yeah. And I've got a lot in my wardrobe. It's kind of our uniform, isn't it? We both like to wear, like what I'm wearing right now, a T-shirt with a shirt over the top, unbuttoned.
Yeah, it's casual, but I'm here to work. That's
right.
what it is, yeah.
Rolled up sleeves.
Cool.
Yeah, very good. But it means that both of us, we have to do a fair bit of ironing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, heaps.
And I saw someone the other day crossing the street with some shirts, and they were in plastic.
Okay.
And they were on a hanger. They were straight from the dry cleaner.
Straight from the dry cleaner. And they were shirts, not traditionally like myself. I'm more of a jacket person.
Take a suit in to a dry cleaner.
And it's an occasion, isn't it?
That's right.
Yep.
But this person was just taking sort of general laundry from the dry cleaner.
Wow.
And it made me think.
Yeah. Money bags.
Really? Money bags?
That's what
So taking shirts to the dry cleaners is a privilege. It's sort of like a...
Absolutely. If I could take all my clothes to the dry cleaner, absolutely would.
Okay.
Would you?
Well, because I'm trying to toss up.
Yeah.
Do I start taking my shirts to the dry cleaner to get ironed?
Okay, so it's an ironing thing. Time saving, I guess.
Yeah.
So what's your reluctance in doing it? What you feel a little bit precious? You think it's a luxury that you probably don't need to take?
1, I'm not very good at ironing.
Yeah.
2, it takes me longer because I'm not very good. So that's sort of 2 go hand in hand. And it's just not crisp.
I got something that's going to change your world. Right? You ready for this?
Yeah.
Save your money.
It
can be pretty expensive, the dry cleaning.
Yeah.
Tim, for $50 a basket, at least that's the going rate in our household.
Yeah.
You can actually hire an ironing person.
Ironing person?
Yep. Guy or gal will come over. They'll grab a full basket. So the one we've got, Terry, is our ironing lady. She $50 a basket. She comes to your house, picks it up, $50 basket.
And the whole basket's done?
Yeah.
So they're washed, though? The clothes are washed?
Clothes are washed, pre-washed, which is fine.
Folded.
I think you could probably manage with washing.
Yeah, folded. And given to Terry.
Yep.
Terry goes away and irons them.
Absolutely.
Brings them back.
Ready for the week.
What's the turnaround on that?
Couple day turnaround. So about 3 days I think we work off with Terry.
Okay.
I mean, look, you have to think ahead with it. There has to be planning involved.
Yeah.
What T-shirts do I want for the coming days? Mate, I mean, you can
She irons T-shirts as well. Not just shirt. Everything.
Mate, T-shirts, shirts. What else do you iron?
This is a game changer.
Yeah.
Some people like to iron jeans.
I was going to say underwear. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't think
so.
No.
An iron person. I've never heard of this. An ironing person.
So you can save your little self, whatever you want to call that. You're a little bit, you're hating on yourself, wanting to go to a dry cleaner.
Yeah.
1, I don't think there's anything wrong with a dry cleaner whatsoever. 2, I would save your money though. Get an ironing person.
And where do I find these iron people?
Gumtree? I don't know. Where do you find people that do things like that?
If you're an ironing person...
Mate, you can get people to go and pick up food for you and bring it to your house. You can get ironing people.
That's true. Well, if you're an ironing person, get in touch.
Yeah,
because,
ironing people. Tag them or something.
Got lots of shirts.
Seriously, we'll get you an ironing person off this.
That'd be great.
Game changer.
I don't know what to even say to that. Thanks, Dan.
That's all right, mate. Do you wash your car often, Tim?
No, not enough.
Yeah.
Not as often as I'd like. I often walk past my car and go, oh, geez, I wish that washing my car was a hobby.
Yeah. See, some people love it. They love just
spending
those tender moments just shammying the car.
It's usually dads.
Yeah,
sort of
it's a dad
men.
thing. It's a dad thing. But with water restrictions, it's something I never got back into. Australia had massive water restrictions a while ago.
Yeah.
But I do have a newish car, and I'm being mindful. I really want to look after this one.
Yeah,
I really want to take care of it.
Yep.
And it's probably about 6 months old now, and already I'm getting lazy with it. My biggest thing is, Georgia, my girlfriend, lives on a dirt road. So straight away, like the effort that it takes to wash a car, Tim.
Okay.
I mean, why would I? And you could take it through a car wash. That's fine. That's money, though. So there's more cons to washing my car than there are pros.
Right.
What I was thinking, and I wanted to just run it past you just to make sure I'm not out of line.
Okay.
I was thinking about just sort of saying to Georgia, hey, like if you want me coming over and stuff, I was thinking maybe once a week, just $12.50 for the premium like car wash, just to go through.
Sure.
I think it's probably fair, and I think it's probably something that all people that live on dirt roads, if you're going to have visitors, want those visitors. Yeah.
I think it's fair.
I think it's fair. Just not. It's those that are coming over regularly.
Yeah. The other conversation that could be had is with George's parents.
Yeah.
You could walk in. Go, hi everyone, great to see you.
Yeah.
Just quickly, would love for you guys to put in a paved driveway.
Yeah. Wow. That's another thing.
That's another conversation.
Well, it's not the driveway, Tim. It's the dirt road. So it's the road that the house is on.
Oh, I've stuffed that.
Yeah. No. So, but you got the right point. But what I thought you were going to say was
move house.
Hey guys, no, I actually thought maybe I'd just come in with the receipt. Hey guys, just thought I'd leave this up on the kitchen bench. Just reimburse whenever you can.
Okay, so you chose to live on a dirt road. You clean people's cars for that.
Yeah, I think that's only fair. Regular guests are entitled to petty cash out of the family.
Yep.
Petty cash pool, and you can put it towards your car wash.
I like it.
Premium wash, because dirt roads, they can clog up your tyres and your...
There's a whole bunch of problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
fair?
it. I
won't get in trouble for that.
No, you won't. No.
Will I?
Nah.
Caitlin?
Very good.
I think we're good.
Dan, episode 4 wrapped.
It's in the can.
Yeah, in the can. A great array of issues and niggles and rules.
Well, Tim, the Rulebook, it debuted. And it's something that I think will hang around. Were you a fan?
I was a fan.
Yeah. If you can make a jingle for us, that'd be great. I don't think Caitlin can do that. So for now, we've got it's the Rulebook. Yeah.
I forgot what beat I was doing.
I can't remember anyway.
But it was good.
It was very good.
Yeah. And people can get in touch with us.
They can.
If they do want to get involved in the show, if they've got a rule that they want to go on the Rulebook, they can get in touch with us.
And people have been getting in touch. People have things they want to hear us discuss sometimes. Yeah. And so you can inbox us, Facebook, Tim and Dan. Tim and Dan Graham on Instagram. Tim and Dan tweets. Twitter. We're very active on Twitter.
Everywhere.
We're
all
everywhere.
Over the social.
And where else are we, Tim? We're on YouTube. We're bloody back on YouTube this week. I think this has all gone well, the cameras.
Well done.
Caitlin's confident, are you?
Yeah. Camera girl, Caitlin.
Good.
Well done to getting to the end of the YouTube clip. If you are watching us on YouTube, your view did count after 30 seconds.
Only the first 30 seconds. So joke's on you a little bit. You probably didn't need to watch the whole thing. But
That's okay.
Hopefully it wasn't too bad.
Dan, I'm looking forward to next week. Oh, I want to talk. Something has been just on my shoulder.
Yeah.
That I need to talk to you because we're family.
Yeah.
It's about Grandma.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen her in a very long time.
Oh.
And I really need help on how to cross that bridge.
Wow. Okay. I'm really excited. I'll spend the week thinking about it.
Think about it. Yep. I need some tips.
Great.
If you've got any, you who is listening, send them in. I need help.
He heats up. He's frazzled.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I'll see you next week.
See you, buddy. See you guys.